Well, hello. We are, in fact, live from the Hermitage. Um, Off to a rocky start, though, I have to say, from a technical point of view. I apologize for all the drop frames. Um, I don't seem to have a very good connection to the YouTube server. I'm very tempted to stop the stream and try to fix that, but because it's really poor, and I'm very sorry about that. I mean, I guess I'm hoping it stabilizes. It's kind of windy up here, but that shouldn't affect the satellite connection at all. Um, anyway, we are here in the Trinity Alps. I hope you can hear me. I'm dropping frames like crazy, but it's kind of windy. It was a great sunny day. It's summer, obviously. We're at, welcome to summer up here on the mountain. But the weather is very tempestuous. Mother Nature has her way of just sort of, doing her own thing up here. And so the fire, which you see there, is, questionable. We'll have to just see how that goes. Everything seems kind of questionable. I'm just going to hope that the connection stabilizes, I guess, as the stream goes on. It's quite possible it will. The bars are looking pretty good right now, the metrics, but so anyway, let me know in the chat if you can hear my voice. Yeah, I'm here with the boys. I got Xander Bay. You can see he's right here in the shot, my co-host Xander Bay, and Xavier Fox is eating some crunchies at the moment, but I'm sure he will make an appearance before the evening is out. So I'm sorry about the choppiness of the stream, guys. I really didn't expect this because I had some really good news. In fact, I'm streaming on a Light Gamer right now, a brand new computer and I'm barely touching the CPU, so it's not that for once. I've got plenty of CPU. I've got a nice graphics card. It's a light gaming machine. We'll talk about how the Hermitage ended up with it. We've got some news and stuff as the night wears on. I'm just watching these metrics and it's just terrible. Guys, I'm just so sorry. Say hi in the chat and tell me if it's really, really awful. Maybe we'll just have to stop the stream and start again. I'm not exactly sure why this is happening, but I've got alternative solutions. Shelly Be Free is here. Wow, Shelly. Yeah, I'm dropping horrible amounts of frames. And it appears to be a bad connection to the YouTube ingest server. I'm not even sure why that would be. And it just bums. Because I expected such better behavior from... I mean, the videos are going to play really nice, guys. We can do live Zoom calls now. Because we got all kind of CPU power and a nice graphics card, but I don't know why I can't stabilize my connection to YouTube tonight. Thank you for the compliment though, Shelly. Yeah, it's very windy. It's super windy up here. I guess maybe it's just it's such a good machine that even dropping all these frames I still come across as good. But I watched a little bit of the opening song and it was a bit choppy. I'm chopping. I'll work on it. I mean, but not during this stream. I mean, it's to work on it, you got to disconnect, and I don't really want to kind of go there. But while you're here, though, Shelly, and we're gonna do a little bit of Hermitage news. So yeah, guys. So there's been some like Hermitage news. Yeah, I've been away. Obviously, I haven't broadcast in a really long bit, right? Probably, I don't know, almost 2 weeks. I don't know how long it's been since I've been on the air. But we had to take care of some business. I had some personal stuff. There's a lot of family stuff going on, but I'm dealing with that okay. That's not really, it's no big deal. Then we're still in the midst, and we're going to do an update in a minute. We're still in the midst of the 49-day death rites for our dear Saint Bruno, who, and we're going to talk about, like, actually I'll probably talk about it right now, because it's a good lead into what I want to talk about, and also the update as well. But so as a lot of you might know who are fans of the channel or who have been around for a minute, yeah, it's choppy all the time right now. It's just being choppy. It doesn't want to stop being choppy. It's too bad, but I'll work on that. It's just my connection to the ingest server. Everything else is working flawless. This machine is just perfect for the job. At some point, those of you who are familiar with the channel and familiar with the story, and if you're not, you can just watch all the previous last 6 or so episodes of this show right here in the podcast list, going all the way back to Bruno's funeral, which is really where our spring kind of went south for us. We lost one of our own up here, and I sort of dedicated the effort to build this beautiful sacred space. I dedicated it to Bruno's memory, and in honor of him, because he was so courageous both in life. I mean, he was literally an angel, you know. I heard this wonderful quote this past couple of weeks while I was gone. It said, "I will send them without wings, so they will know not that they are angels." And that was our Bruno. That literally perfectly describes our Bruno Mark. So, and I dedicated the effort up here, and it's been really hard for those of you who followed. It was not a hard landing. We landed pretty good in the fall last year here. And I mean, there was a lot of surfing to do. There was a lot to get our feet on solid ground, but we were okay. And then the winter, it got really, really hard. And of course, the spring was kind of super hard too, weather-wise and supply-wise. And then also, we lost Bruno on April 28th. So, and I dedicated the effort, to do the work, and I was really trying hard, and I am still trying really, really hard. And I at some point a few weeks ago, I began to give up. I not give up. I don't know what to say. Just sort of, I began to get crushed by it all. The loss of Bruno, the weight of, we have to keep this place open now, no matter what, and the fact that nothing seemed to be really working all that well. Like even tonight, I'm so bummed that I'm streaming so choppy. It just really, there's Xavier in the shot. Xavier Fox coming out to say hello, folks. Sniffing the incense. Don't burn your nose, kiddo. I don't know. The fire looks iffy tonight, Xavier. I don't know if we're gonna do it. I don't know. We'll have to see, baby boy. We'll have to see. But anyway, I've said all along that Bruno was a saint. I mean, he is literally, we're going to declare him, we're going to make a certificate up. He's going to be the patron saint of the Dharma Wheel Hermitage, literally. And we're going to name the prayer hall after him, too. So, and I said, well, if that's true, if that's really true, I've been saying that, it's in my heart, I've been praying on it, but if it's really true, then I should be able to pray to Bruno. I should just be able to ask my baby boy for help. He's in the Pure Land, he's with Green Tara. I should just be able to ask him for help. And I know he would always come to his papa. He always comes to his papa. He was the only one of my 3 who always came to his papa, right? We very rarely even had to put a leash on the beautiful boy. So I became really desperate, and I ended up having later on in this story a little bit of a breakdown. And I had some friends and family that really sort of intervened, and it was okay. But but just as that was starting, as that sort of process of my mental unraveling was beginning, I at one point went up. We go up every day to Bruno's grave, and we pray, and we light incense, and we put fresh flowers every single day. We went up this morning. We'll go up again tomorrow morning. And at one point, I sagged, and I just sort of almost threw myself across Bruno's grave, and I began to pray directly to him. We had his picture there near the grave. I usually bring my phone up, put a picture of him up, and I just, with tears in my eyes, and I was like, Bruno, I'm trying so hard to keep my promise. I am, because I promised him to save this place for his brothers, for his papa, for him, because it is him now. This place is literally him. It's funny, I didn't even really need to spread ashes. We cremated him here. His ashes were blown by this, wind that we get so often up here all across the mountainside. So, I hope you guys are able to hear a lot of this. I hope it's coming through. But anyway, so I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, and I was crying, and there were tears just running down the rocks of his grave. And that's no lie. And then, it went further than that. I ended up really breaking down. I think even later that night, it may have been. And, but I pulled out of it and continued the fight and continued the battle. But it was a close thing. But I had given this really heartfelt prayer directly to Bruno. I just literally said, well, if he really is my bodhisattva, if that's all real, then he's the one being on all of the cosmos I know would come to me, no matter what. So, and it worked, guys. We had a miracle. I mean, an incredible miracle, really an incredible miracle. And I think that we're gonna be able to make it. We're gonna be okay. We still need donations like crazy from everybody. We still need everybody to help. We're not like, it's not over until it's over, until the fat lady sings. But, the fat lady is warming up. And so I don't want to get into a lot of details. I don't want to put anybody out on Front Street without sort of prior consultations and discussions. But we got a grant, guys. And it's coming in payments, and the first one arrived earlier this week. It pretty much went almost as fast as it arrived, because the Hermitage was about $600 in debt when it arrived, so we paid every bit of debt off that the Hermitage has right now, currently, not the mortgage, but all the current bills. And we put a lot of it into equipment to be able to gear up and really start, and if I can just find a connection to the YouTube server, really start gearing up and producing content and videos and whatnot. And so in that vein, we got this light gamer, got a very nice deal on it. We did it all on Prime Day. It was great hit, right? We really were able to get some really hot deals. So we got this light gamer. And then we're slowly upgrading the power grid up here, so to speak, because that's been a big hang-up, the inability to produce continuous gobs of electricity. Well, thank you. I'm glad you guys can hear me. I'm just not happy with my metrics, what I see on my dashboard, and my equipment on this end's working well. This is either internet or it's and I doubt it's Starlink. It's so flawless all the time. It's got to be something with the ingest server. But I got other ways to tackle that, and I'll try something different next time. A different way to connect. It's a brand new setup. But the computer itself, guys, set up flawlessly. This was a huge part of the deal, part of the equipment. It was vital that I be able to have the CPU power to be able to do really all kinds of professional streaming. I mean, I may not have a fancy mic I got this little guy right here. It's a streaming mic, but it's very, very humble. And I need a dead cat, guys. I need a donation. So hey, first $50 today that gets donated to the stream we'll go to a dead cat. I'll order a dead cat on Amazon, and that will really cut this wind noise down. Maybe by drop frames. I don't know if that's it though. I don't know if the wind noise is making the frames drop, or if I just don't have it set up correctly. I think that's probably the latter is probably closer to the truth. So we had a miracle, guys. We did. We got a grant. By the by, as the entire grant that we've gotten rolls out over the course of the summer, it's going to set us up for winter. We're going to get the chores done that I wanted to get done this year. I really wanted to get some fencing done, and we got some free fencing sitting right over there. I just needed, the supplies and the wherewithal to be able to have the time and go put it up. But we should have maybe as much as 2.5 sides of maybe a little over half of the Hermitage fenced in by the end of the winter. That's going to be fantastic. We're going to have at least the entranceway of the driveway set up where people can drive in, and that requires you put down a pipe, right? Because there's even though it's a dirt road, they still dug the trench on either side, and so you have to keep that trench intact for the rains. And so you put a pipe and then gravel, and then it's all good. And it's just nothing but a rake job. We just do it. We're gonna do it ourselves. We're just gonna bring a dump. We'll have the dump truck bring it up here. They'll deliver it, and we'll drop a load of gravel up here and get what we can done. And then we're also going to set up for winter, and get a little bit better shelter this year. We really got wrecked hard last winter, so we're not going all the way to buildings, because the really big news is with the final portions of the grant, we're going to pay off the entire mortgage down to zero, guys. That's what I anticipate. So we'll see how it rolls out, and we'll see what the future holds. But I mean, there's this computer is sitting right here now. This is the first part of it, and first phase of it, if you will, and it allows me to do a lot of work also online for the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. But also I've got another announcement to do with my own sort of Sangha. I guess you'd call it the Dharma Wheel Sangha. We have a Discord server, guys, so check it out in the chat, or the description of the video. I think it might even be there. And join us in the Discord. And we have decided to make common ground with the Monk Life Sangha. And me and Rob, after long consultations, a lot of talks, we've had him on the show. We're going to have him on again as he gets closer to getting this place set up in Vietnam. He's very, very close. I can tell you, I don't want to give away secrets, like behind the scenes kind of confidential stuff I'm privy to, but it's really heading in a powerful direction for Rob to be able to set up a meditation center in Vietnam. It's going to be a really premier place. Not going to be anywhere near as rustic as the Dharma Wheel Hermitage, you know what I mean? It will be definitely, it will be different flavor, but we're going to also work together. We're going to collaborate. And so, for instance, people in Vietnam could do a retreat that I would be, I would be the teacher at, and I would tell a teleconference in. You put a big screen up on the teaching seat even, right? And I'll just sit there and, or vice versa. We can do for fans of Rob, Dr. Rob, here in the U.S., which I'm certain he's got like tons and tons of U.S. fans. You can easily get to the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. Well, I don't want to say it's easy. We're up in the middle of the mountains, and it's a dirt road. You're going to need GPS and all kind of a tent and everything. I mean, it's going to be an adventure to find me. But I mean, you can come, and we could gather people up here for free. It would be no cost up front, and we could do the same thing. We could teleconference Rob in to the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. Put a wide screen up on a teaching seat, and he would make all the rules of the retreat. He would be the retreat master, but just by remote, right? And so by having two centers in two different, continents, right? Asia and North America. That's a beginning. That's a real super big giant beginning to a network of I mean, I think the name of my Discord server sums up how I feel about the whole thing. And Rob kind of hinted at this the last stream. He went in this direction a little bit too. We're Buddha's outcasts, man. That's the name of my Discord server. Buddha's outcasts. And so, we couldn't get no we couldn't get no, like, big llamas or any big institutions to back us up here. We couldn't really get the rich people to help us in any meaningful way, and we tried, but we stuck it out, and now somebody has stepped forward, that has means to really put us on good footing, because when this property is paid for, it's immediately going into a non-profit of some sort. I mean, I either give it to a non-profit or I form a non-profit, but this place is meant to be for the Sangha. It was the whole reason, and I just wanted to donate it, though. I wanted it paid for and built before I did that step where I gave it to either someone else or we set up a non-profit ourselves, one or the other. I'm not sure how I want to do it yet. It's not, pressing important to figure that out right yet, but that's the idea. And so I thought it might take several years to get that goal, to get to that goal state, and I was totally willing to work knock myself out up here for the next several years to make that happen. And it looks like we're going to have it for our first anniversary. Our first anniversary will be October 5th. Is when Xander Bay, actually, he's right over there. He's off camera, but maybe, oh, there he is. He'll come in the shot. Xander Bay claimed this land for the Sangha. He leapt out of the truck, immediately ran onto the property before we could even get out of the vehicle, and peed on a tree that was one of the most gorgeous junipers on the property, and it was right there at the street, at the road, or whatever you want to call it, the dirt track. Raccoon Lane, it has a name, actually. It's funny. He jumped out and peed on that tree and then laid down under it in the sun, and spent the next couple of days hanging out under that tree. So that was the first tree we named here. We called it Xander's Tree, and we're going to put the little story up on a little plaque that we put next to the tree. We're going to tell the story of how Xander came on the property and claimed it for the worldwide Sangha, so it's been, from the beginning, this has been a dog haven. This is the one thing where, a lot of Buddhists, especially the ones who are really practicing and really getting it, are kind of tend to be a lot of them dog people, right? And so, it's terrible to have all these rules where you just don't even really want to bring your dog. You got to kennel them. You got to separate from them. We still want to do silent retreats. We still want to do peaceful retreats. But I want people, not to be afraid to bring their canines up here. I don't know about cats and other things like that. I don't know how that would work. These boys are not really cat trained. So, but canines who would not be harmful, who are not bully dogs or vicious in any way, they free to be up here. There's only one rule that really they got to stay on the property. There's plenty of recreational area very, very nearby where you can take your dogs. To the state park is, the federal, the Modoc National Forest is right over the ridgeline, and so you can go over there, and there's all kind of lakes and campgrounds and everything, all kind of places to recreate. But while they're here for the retreat, they'd have to stay on the property. We're going to try to fence it in for that. That's one of the reasons why, to give the doggies an idea of where the boundaries are. But it's 2 solid acres, so there's plenty of room for a bunch of people to come up here. I don't ever anticipate that it's going to be a big deal where lots of people are going to want to come up here at once. So, but I can accommodate 4 or 5 at a time, even for small retreats. And any teacher that I think is authentic Buddhism. I'm a universalist. Dr. Rob has mentioned a lot of times that he is as well. I think that every authentic school of Buddhism is just that. It's authentic, it's legitimate, and they'd be welcome here. A Zen master could come here and borrow the place and have his retreat, and I'd keep the boys out of the way for him. And eventually we'll have a prayer hall. That we're going to kind of work on the buildings next year. I'll be so happy just to get the driveway and the fencing, and get all the electrical grid, especially be able to really do some electricity. Oh, and the final piece of news is next week we've got a generator coming. I had to give in though, and I'm going to have to take it off the website. We did pay the website bill. It should come back up in a week or two, but a week maybe, hopefully less than a week. and we're going to have to take down our carbon-free pledge because I don't feel right about it anymore. But we are going to have to use a bit of propane this winter, diesel, and then also gasoline. We've got a generator, beautiful, beautiful, super high efficiency generator that meets the very stringent California EPA. It's very hard to order a generator in California. Almost like 9 out of 10 of them will come up saying this item doesn't ship to California. They have to have a very, very special certificate, and we finally found one, and it was very, very affordable, in part thanks to Prime Day hitting that. And so that's on the way, and that will arrive next week. Zan, you got to stop, hon. You do this every show. You do this every show, kiddo. Wow, I'm just like got the terrible connection to the internet. Let me see. Let me catch up on the chat here, guys. I do have the chat open. Yeah, it's just choppy all the way around. Wait a minute. Donnie Boy's in the house. Hey, Donnie Boy. So Donnie Boy's saying, we're all gonna you know anybody who wants to use their passport and travel is way welcome up here. I mean, I would say, shall we? I mean, I don't see why you couldn't be here at some point. And we've got, like, you know, if you don't want to do the rustic on the Hermitage proper thing, we've got proper ladies' quarters. Like my sister's got property like less than a mile from here in the same area. So you know what I mean? She's got all like the female sort of accoutrements of life, right? I mean, you can bounce back and forth. So thank you, Donnie Boy, very much. We still need, though, guys, and for those watching on the replay, I don't know how bad this stream is coming out. The metrics look awful. But for those watching on the replay or whatever, we still need donations constant, guys. I literally kind of, I really had a lot I had to cover with the first installment of this miracle gift. I really had a lot to cover, a lot of ground, and I'm not gonna lie, it's gone, right? So we need donations starting tonight, and I'll start shooting links throughout the night. The first thing we want to do, and I'm going to do Bruno's update next, and we just have to hope for the best on the skip frames. I'm just really sorry about it. It's not the video quality. It's something else going on. It's a poor connection to YouTube. I've got another way to connect, and I'll do that the very next stream I do, which is supposed to be tomorrow morning, by the way, guys. We'll talk about that later, but we're going to try to do the Sunday service, but it's weather permitting, and it doesn't look good right now. So it's really iffy. It's a 50-50 shot that will pull off a Sunday service. I have no indoor place to do it. So until we get even just a temporary prayer hall up. All right, so what was I saying? Gonna do the Bruno update. The Bruno, while I'm doing the update, I'm going to shoot first the link for the Bruno Memorial Fund, guys. This is a special fund. We're going to take these names that everybody who donates to this fund, we're going to take their names out of the back end. I can see your name like on the back side of the fundraiser system, right? And we're going to put your names in the time capsule that's going inside of Bruno's stupa. So it's a really auspicious thing to donate to Bruno's Memorial Fund, and I'll shoot the link into the chat during the Bruno update. Or I can just do it now too. Let me see what I got going on here. Okay, let's just shoot it now. So there it is. It should be in the chat. Yeah. So guys, what we're gonna do with this is everybody who donates to it is gonna get merit because first of all, you get merit for donating to a memorial fund, right? I mean, it's for one of our own, one of our fallen, and first of our fallen, really, in our family, our little nuclear family, and so there's great merit in that, and also. We're going to take the names of everybody who donates any amount to the Bruno Memorial Fund. We will donate, we will take your names and put it in the time capsule that's going to go in the stupa. And I'm going to bring it out right now. I'll show you the reliquary that's going inside the stupa because I finished it this week. So, and it's right here. guys can see it. I don't have a viewfinder, so I'm just kind of holding it up where I think you might be able to see it. But that's this is Bruno's. We've done a number of reliquaries, and we're going to see another one in the update today. The one we're going to see today is for the eventual prayer hall, but this one here is obviously the really beautiful, and this will go inside the stupa. And also inside the stupa will be Bruno's stupa will be a time capsule. It'll be a stainless steel argon flushed time capsule, mostly with digital memory. Where can I put them? I need more table space. Hold on, I'm going to set my Bruno down. So that, yeah, and so there'll be a stainless steel time capsule. It'll be about this big, and we're going to stuff it with as much stuff as we can. Obviously there won't be any relics because we have the reliquary, but there'll be a lot of flash memory, a lot of we're going to get special flash memory. It's these drives that we're going to use are designed to be used in CubeSats. And with CubeSats, there's no shielding for radiation. So the drives are designed to be shielded themselves from all sorts of common radiation. Now, nothing can stop cosmic rays. Cosmic rays go through everything and destroy everything. So eventually everything breaks apart, but will be redundant. So when you build the time capsule, you put many copies, 3 or 4 at least copies of all the digital material, and that way it's very unlikely that a cosmic ray will blow out the same packet of memory throughout all of those copies, so the people in the future can reconstruct it. And this one is rated, they're rated at various, like how many years you expect the material to remain 99% intact, and so this one will be rated at 1,000-year time capsule. And there'll be a little plaque in there that asks them to, if they do open it up, if an archaeologist or something opens it up before 1,000 years, to please put it all back. You know what I mean? It's it's also just also a grave, right? So the stupa will be Bruno's final resting place. For right now, we need the donations in the memorial fund, because the first step is we want to cap his. He has a grave now that's a stone cairn. I've shown pictures of it on previous videos, but it's a dome. It's kind of a large dome, about the size of the fire ring right here, maybe a little bit bigger, but it's a dome of stone. And what we want to do is encase that in concrete as a first step of building the stupa, and then the stupa, that will end up being the foundation of the eventual small, tiny little stupa that we're going to build on top of it. And so everybody who donates anytime to the memorial fund until the 49 days is over, it's going to run for the entire 49 days of our of his death rites, which I think we got a couple weeks left. I haven't checked the calendar, but it's not over. Definitely not over yet. The 28th was 1 month, so we still got some days left. And so donate, get your name in there. You'll go into a time capsule. You'll get to leave a message. We'll allow you to leave some media, some photo, as long as it's all appropriate to what we're doing, right? And we're going to put a bunch of stuff about Green Tara in there, and Amitabha. And we may even just put the entire scriptures, like we can actually put pretty much all of Buddhist scripture on a drive like this big, right? So there's any number of things we may do, but people who donate will have at least their name in the capsule, and then if I can get in touch with them and they get in touch with me, so if you leave your email when you donate, I'll be able to get in touch with you, and then we'll see if you want to leave some appropriate media of your own. Leave your own message to the future. What do you got to say to somebody 1,000 years from now who, cracks open that stupa and finds that time capsule? So it's an interesting thing. We're going to do a lot of time capsules up here, guys. It's something that I've always been very intrigued with. We're going to do a 5,000-year time capsule under the prayer hall. So we're going to actually put it under the prayer hall before we build it, and we'll build the prayer hall on top of it. And it'll be in steel reinforced concrete, and it will be designed to scientifically designed to last 5,000 years. And that one will have like it'll be big, and we'll have like paper books. Even I'm gonna have my own books in there. As if not, why would I not want to send my own little book to the future, right? I mean, I'll have a few written by the time, hopefully, you know. And so yeah, and so that's going to happen up here. So we're doing lots of exciting stuff. And then this summer I also want to work on Tara's Grove, and I've got a plan for a temporary setup for Tara's Grove. But Tara's Grove is a defined grove of trees further up on the property. It's up top that way, and it's where Bruno's grave is. It's where we did the cremation and his funeral, and it's got a beautiful, like, sort of like, I know I'll have to get pictures when we set it up, but it's like a little half ring of trees, right, of junipers, that makes this beautiful little like place to put the actual shrine, the actual Tara statue. Eventually, first we're going to just start with a picture and an altar, and then we'll work our way up to actually get affording a statue, a stone statue of Tara up there, and she'll have a time capsule underneath her, right? So every monument, everything is going to have a time capsule. And we have a, I mean, I actually closed it officially, but I think, guys, it's still on the Dharma Wheel Hermitage fundraiser, is the Founders Program, where for $300 you could do the same thing with the 5,000-year time capsule. You'd be able to put media, a message to the future in that time capsule as well. And there's a way to do that, I believe, still. Yeah, that wind. I need a dead cat, guys. Donate to the show. And I need a better connection to YouTube. Let me check up on the chat. Shelly's being a real loyal viewer tonight, man. My only viewer, Donnie Boy, in the house. Donnie24, heck yeah. Beautiful. Okay, Cali Laws are insane. Yeah, but it's not all bad, dude. It's not all bad, you know what I mean? I thought I could never own land in California, right? I thought it would be just millions of dollars, really, literally just millions of dollars, right? And it's not. I mean, I just had to research, and I had to be creative, and I had to be willing to live off grid, like kind of like an animal all winter, really. I mean, it was tough the first winter. This winter, I think hopefully with this grant will be better. I'm really trying to tool up in the right direction, really spend it well and get lots of good gear. But so I think this winter will be a lot happier up here than we were last winter, and a lot more comfortable. I'll be able to stream all winter long because of the generator that's coming next week. Can't wait. We got a new power brick and a new solar panel that's already in operation that came along with this laptop. So we trying to tool directly into how we can bear down on content creation, and then also in that vein of what I said, how me and Rob, Dr. Rob, are going to sort of combine up and work together. I'm going to do some work for him on his website as well. So get him tooled up with a nice site like we have, and our site will be back, guys. It's still down, but I've been busy, but I'm doing a lot of stuff. So thank you guys for sticking with it. I know I'm just still watching the metrics and I'm dropping frames like crazy, but you guys say it's all right. But I know that this update's going to come out terrible. I'm so sorry that this is happening tonight. I'll try to get a better stream going for tomorrow morning, maybe. That's why we should talk about it just real quick. But guys, if you want, in the description of this video, and then also you can I think this should work right there. But in the description of the video, there's a link to the Garshan Institute, and they have 2 prayer books there. One of them is the one that kind of monks and monastics use. I use this one as well. It's a daily prayer, but the one that we're going to be using for the Hermitage Sunday services is going to be the Garshan Institute Yellow Prayer Book. So anybody who cares to can use the link in the description and just go to garshan.net. You won't have much trouble finding it. It's a really well laid out website. So go there and download the Yellow Prayer Book if you're interested in the Sunday service. Again, it's a 50-50 chance whether we'll be able to pull it off tomorrow. And it's not looking good right now. Not looking good right now. The fire's not even looking good right now. It can't be howling like this when I light fires up. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do the Bruno update, and hopefully the stream stabilizes enough to let my dear Bruno's stuff be seen. and then we'll come back and talk some more and keep streaming, guys. We'll light the fire, by the by. Again, sorry for the chop. I'll work on it. It's not the new computer, though. I promise you that. It's just I don't have it quite fine-tuned yet. Greetings to my friends, family, my Sangha, viewers. We are here at the portable shrine of the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. It is just before 1 a.m. on Tuesday, and it is 3 weeks after, to the moment actually, at 1:08 a.m., 3 weeks to the moment after Bruno passed away. Very auspiciously, I might add, at 1:08 a.m. And so we'll be celebrating, we'll be working on this and doing this right at the moment, the exact moment. And that's very traditional in Vajrayana Buddhism, as I've said before. So we're here tonight and we're going to work on yet another reliquary, a really, really gorgeous one. This one here is going to be for the main prayer hall shrine when we get it built. It is copper and glass crystal. It is absolutely gorgeous, and it will be the main reliquary for our prayer hall when we get it built. So yeah, and that's what we're going to work on this evening. And as I've done in the previous videos, I'm going to work in silence after I set the altar up. We have all fresh offerings tonight. And we'll have the incense going and whatnot. And so I'll say some prayers, and then I'll construct the reliquary. And tonight's reliquary is also going to be quite simple, similar to the previous one that I showed. It's going to contain only ashes and bone relics. And so I'll open it on the top, and then I'll put in some ashes, and then I'll place some bone relics on top of that, and it will be complete. And then I'm going to meditate for a moment here under Bruno's tree. We're still here. All these weeks, the altar has been out underneath Bruno's tree because the weather's been decent enough to allow that. And so after I'm done, I will meditate briefly with Bruno. When you construct these, as I've said before, keep the deceased in mind and keep prayers in on your lips, and work in silence and build as much sacred space as you possibly can to work in.
In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room, and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of
although wind and the shitty connection continued. That's the Bruno update for this week. If I review this stream and it came out too bad, I'll do it again next week, because I wanna put all of this stuff in the record, not just to memorialize my dear Bruno, but to share with all of you, that how you can cope with a grief so deep that you think it's wounded you to your soul, right? But with faith, all things are possible, and it's not only possible to overcome something like that, but to be transformed by it, to become better. And part of the way of doing that for Buddhists is not to hide from death. I mean, what you saw in that video was me picking through the bones of my Christmas puppy. I mean, seriously, guys. It's, one of the things about having to do everything ourselves up here, like the whole cremation, the funeral, everything, every bit of it, from beginning to end, it's hands-on, and you learn a lot. You learn how to do these things, first of all. Believe it or not, one of the things that's very interesting is I downloaded for the whole 49 days, right? There's like a little packet of stuff to do, and I'll share that at the end. Actually, the last show we do about this, I'll share with you some information about what I've learned. But and so there's this whole process of being able to cope over that 49 days, but and I think it's the greatest test of one's faith. It's really, and I just would encourage people, whatever faith you walk, because again, I'm a universalist, not only within Buddhism but without. I mean, I think Christians are just fine. I think whatever religious path you walk, just keep peace in your heart, be kind to people, and practice whatever your faith dictates to practice. And in this case, for me, it was Vajrayana Buddhism, and it really allows you to realize impermanence, and to realize that it's not this horrible, tragic idea. It's not like, oh my God, everybody's gonna die. It's not like that. It's more like, how do you like my hair day, guys? My sister thinks I'm getting, I don't know if she's watching tonight. I don't know if she's chimed in. I don't know if I've seen her. Too bad. We got some nice folks in the chat. Thank you for the love and the heart, Shelly. Glad you're still here. I wonder if Rob's probably streaming, right? He's probably streaming a lot better than I am. But I'm going to work on that later tonight. I might do some game streaming later after this show, guys, so that I can try to fix this whole drop frame issue. But I'll get it right. It's a brand new computer, and it's just in the setup, guys. It's not in the machine itself is running really, really good. I'm really happy with it. Really happy with all the gear we got so far. And then, like I said, we got a generator coming next week. Paid off all the bills in the Hermitage. And got a little bit of supplies in, a small amount of supplies. So we're heading into summer strong and powerful, and going to get a lot done. We're going to start on the fencing. We're going to start out back, which is that way. It's up the slope of the mountain. Is the back of our property, and that's our most vulnerable spot for like wild critters. And so it'd be neat to have the back done. And then whatever's left over, we're going to start coming down the other side of the property. The front I want to do with a nice split rail fence, because I'm just kind of vain. I would like it to look nice, right? It's a Hermitage, so not all ugly like wire fencing and stuff. So we're gonna do the front with split rail, painted maroon. That will probably also go next year, like the buildings, and then actual buildings, like wooden buildings, and then the split rail will be something for next year. I'll be so happy to get what we've accomplished this year will be amazing. And now I think now that we have graves up here, you know what I mean? One of my family, one of my own is up here. And the whole plan was for all of us to go under the rocks up here. To be honest with you, I tell the boys that every morning we go up. We're all going under the rocks eventually, and we're doing it right here. So, I gotta go. I'm gonna do a break song because I gotta go get the power pack. I just got the low power warning on my trusty brand new computer. So I'm gonna do the break song. Guys, I love you so much. Give to the Prince Bruno Memorial Fund. Get your name in the time capsule that's going inside the stupa. Leave a message, hopefully about doggies or something appropriate to the future. And what would you say to the people 1,000 years from now digging that out of the ground? What would you say to them? Get your chance. Get your name in there. Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed the break song. Check you out in a little bit. All right. My choppy, crappy stream continues. Where's my glasses? Oh my god. I can't see anything. Oh my god. Hey, that's Youngshin Wamo, guys. The musician. I think the link is in the stream description. I'm not sure. I'm trying to include it. But you can find her on YouTube. And she is my favorite of all time favorite Tibetan folk musicians ever. Xavier's out to say hello, guys. The stream may be choppy, but the content rocks. And if you stick with it until I light that fire, which I don't know if I'm gonna, guys, to be honest with you, it's so windy up here. But sometimes around sunset it starts to slow down a little bit, or maybe turn a different direction. But I mean, it'd be all right. It would be safe, but I don't know. Could be kind of scary. I'm not sure. It's pretty windy up here. This is why Sunday service might not happen. I don't have a prayer hall yet, but I'm working on it. I think the first prayer hall might be a yurt, guys, like an actual yurt. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about it, but all of that's going to be next year. We will have accomplished quite a bit this year, and I'm really, really pleased. I thank you, everybody, for the support. Thank you, dear Shelley, coming over from. Really, this is the beginning, guys, of you know, the blending of Rob's community and my community, and so and we're going to continue that process of bringing them together. I mean, I'm going to stream after this one tonight, guys. I'm going to stream again. I'm going to do some game streaming later on, and I'm going to fix this little choppy problem. This won't be happening in the future. I'll figure out. It's a brand new computer, but it's really running well. So it's not the computer in any way, shape, or form. It's just my own. Every computer is kind of like a violin. You got to tune it, right? And so, like, I'm moving into a new one. You got to. It's like a musical instrument. You got to get it fine tuned, right? So we'll work on it. Look for me later tonight if you're up for it. It's a Saturday night. I'm up for some game streaming. If you've never watched my game streams, I fly internet spaceships, guys. And this is no small thing. I fly internet spaceships in the world's largest space-based MMO sandbox in the world. It's at any given moment there's tens of thousands of people also flying through these over 8,000 solar systems. It's a huge like sort of little universe, and it's a lot of fun. And internet spaceships are nothing to be laughed at, right? Because like there's no joke, guys, they have internet spaceships in this game that cost as much as $4,000 USD. Now let's just now my ships don't cost that much. I've got cool ships too. I mean, I've got some really cool ships. I think the biggest ship I got probably maybe cost like $50. I don't know, that's like an expensive ship for me, like, you know, decked out even with some nice skin and everything, you know, nice paint job. But no, 4,000 for a Titan. A Titan is I think 4 or 5 kilometers long ship. To give you an idea of the size, it lives up to its name, and it has a one-shot weapon. Obviously, it has a weapon so powerful on it that it can take out just whole fleets of ships in a single shot. So, but it's also very vulnerable. It moves very slow in close combat. There's all kind of problems with a Titan, right? And I've seen a lot of wars where a lot of Titans got destroyed in this game, right? And it's just, you just got to cry. You got to imagine that this guy's got invested one way or another. He's got invested the equivalent of $4,000 in this ship that just exploded, you know. And a lot of times when Titans are exploded, it's live streamed. Like that's usually a big deal, right? I mean, when Titans get broke out, it's such a big deal that there'll be several live streams about that battle. You know what I mean? And streaming it. So EVE Online is quite a universe, and I play in it. A lot of people have asked about other space-based MMOs. Star Citizen is usually the one. I actually own a ship in Star Citizen, so I can fly in it. But I mean, it's such a crappy game. I mean, really, you know, a couple of solar systems, and really, I mean, just not fleshed out, just not fun at all. I mean, I've watched the streams, and I don't think I would enjoy myself the way I enjoy myself with EVE Online. So look for me later tonight. I might try to do a little bit of that, so that I can work out the wrinkles in this streaming thing. The Sunday service is still scheduled for tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. and we're going to eventually start doing it, but the weather's got to turn a little bit better on, and I think it's actually going to turn worse than this by morning, so we'll just have to see how it goes in the morning. But definitely, I think later tonight, look for me to stream some more while I work out the kinks on this. Well, look at Xavier just wanting to say hello. You want to say hello? Come here. Say hello. Okay. Well, don't be grumpy with the audience. Xavier says you should donate to the Dharma Wheel Hermitage, right? Xavier, give a plug, baby. Give a plug. Give a grumpy. Say, grrr, donate. Donate or I kill something. Donate, all right. I don't know. I'm gonna eat some grass and puke all over the place. Oh, I know. He says you gotta donate. You gotta donate. See, this is as funky as it's gonna get on my streams, man. There's no face paint or wigs for me. I'm too old, man. This is as cool as you get, guys. That and a campfire, which I may actually, you know, I mean, I could light myself on fire tonight, genuinely, if I'm brave enough to light that thing. So, yeah, you're my co-host. You're my co-host. I can see Lord Buddha. Lord Buddha's in front of us. Lord Buddha's looking out. We're riding with the Buddha. Oh my goodness! Whoa! Shelly Be Free says, "Wow, beautiful, my brother." Donnie Boy says, "Yeah, he's we have a nickname for him now. My sister made it up. Auntie's little gremlin." Yeah, he's don't put water on him, and that's what you get. You know what I mean? He's like, but the funniest thing is the only creature I ever in my life ever did not see Xavier get growly with was Bruno. All those pictures you see of Bruno cuddling with Xavier, they had something going on. It was something magical. Something beyond your like just average like brotherly dog love. I mean, not to denigrate what Xander and Xavier have going on or anything, but the dynamic between those two was truly something. And I have to know that if he's watching over anybody on this Hermitage, it's Xavier, because he used to walk right on top of me. He was so big, he would just walk right. He would just follow him everywhere, but on top of him, right? And I mean, he was just huge, right? He was 150 pounds near the end, and he was nowhere near full grown. I mean, he died a baby, right? So he's only 6 months old. I mean, he would have probably made it to about 180 by the time he was done growing. But yeah, it's my little doggy crew. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to do a formal eulogy. I've never actually done a eulogy, like written something down and actually like just said it, on the air. But on the 49th day, like I'll do a stream and I'm going to deliver like a eulogy. But I mean, he changed everybody's life. Everybody he came in contact with. I mean, Xavier will never be the same again, for the relationship that he had with Bruno, and we had him for such a short time. But the impact that he had on all of our lives was just so enormous. And all I know is, guys, what I said at the top of the stream, and I really believe it with all my heart and soul. I prayed to him. I did with all my heart and soul for a very specific thing too. I mean, it wasn't randomly just praying to him. I was praying to him to help me save this place. I mean, I was at my wit's end and I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. And now there's all this gigantic miracle literally a week after doing that. So he was before this and remains the patron saint of the Dharma Wheel Hermitage. And we're actually gonna, people will laugh when they come here to visit, but no, there's nothing going on. It's just the wind, guys. It's just wind. No, it's just wind, guys. It's just wind. Oh my goodness, there's so much doggy drama up here on the mountain. So much wind. I want to light the fire because I'm freezing, but I'm scared. I wish my sister were here to advise me, and we got no Bone either today. I don't see Bone in the chat tonight at all. So my two compadres further down the valley are not present. Xavier, Xander, where you going, kid? You can't just run down the mountain at whatever you think is down there. There's nothing down there. Come back. Come back. Come here. Come back up here to the camp. Thank you. Good boy. That's my good boy. And what's really, really, I mean, to me, just such a relief on so many levels, because, we'll always be 4 minus 1. We'll never be 3 again. I mean, we were a family, and the first of us, like I said at the top of the stream, the first of us to go under the rocks. But eventually, we're all going under the rocks up there, right up there in Towers Grove. You know what I mean? And so that's the plan, by the by. And but we'll never be 3 again. We'll always be 4 minus 1, and he's right here with us, and apparently totally willing to come to his papa and still, still help me out and protect his brothers. So I chalk this miracle up obviously to the persons who step forward, which, like I said, we're not ready to sort of like formally put anything out like that yet about what's going on, but definitely, obviously, that person, the merit and everything and the kindness that goes into that. But I really chalk this miracle up to my prayers to Bruno, and that's why it's going to be the Saint Bruno Memorial Prayer Hall, guys. When we do the prayer hall next year, it's going to be the Saint Bruno Memorial Prayer Hall, and everybody's going to laugh when they come to the Hermitage and go, "That's not very Tibetan Buddhist. That's not what is that, man?" And well, whatever, man. It's a doggy Hermitage, man. What can I tell you? You know what I mean? Our patron saint is a dog. A dog that was an angel without wings. So, yeah, guys, what do you think? 7:27, man. The sun goes down so late now. I wish I had advice from like professionals in the valley to tell me if I should light this fire. Sis, Bone, you guys are seriously not listening tonight? Wow. I don't know. It could go south on me if I do it, guys. What do you think? We'll take a vote in the chat. Anybody want a Donny Boy? Shelly? Anybody? What do you think? Should I light it? I mean, it is supposed to be a campfire show, right? No votes. Everybody's abandoning me. Anybody got a vote? Should I light the fire or not? The wind might be calming down, but it might not be. Well, it's my forest, though. These are my flipping trees. Our trees. I mean, the Sanga's trees, but I paid for them. You know what I mean? These are our trees, man. I don't want to burn them down. I'm pretty far away from the trees. I'm not too afraid of that. I think it'd be all right. It's about 10 to 15 miles an hour is the wind. And the tent is sort of the shelter is right over here in this direction, the opposite direction of the fire. It's actually acting as a little bit of a windbreak. I think I'm gonna go for it, guys. I need some Omanis out there. Omani Padme Hung. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm sorry the stream is choppy. It's a brand new computer and setup. I'm gonna fix it if you're a new viewer. I'm going to stream later tonight. After this show, I'm going to do some game streaming, so follow me, give a like and subscribe anyway. It's not the computer's fault or the streamer's fault. I just haven't had time to fine-tune my instruments yet. Well, I'm cold is the bottom line. Alright, well, let's hope nobody calls the fire department. I'm gonna do it. See, if you know anything about this show, this should be your favorite part because there's always a chance this is going to go wrong, guys, right? And then you'll get one of those really dramatic streams that go viral where, you know, I'm running around on the side of the mountain screaming, we're all on fire and shit. Right? Like, come on, Dharma Bum, don't bum us out. It is a miracle, Shelley. It is a miracle. And this, you know, it's not the only sign and wonder that was surrounded around Bruno either. There were signs and wonders when he was alive, and there were signs and wonders, you know, all throughout this 49-day period of since he died. I mean, unbelievable. And there've been signs and wonders literally since the first night we arrived. Shelley, I got pictures, and I'll have to do a stream about it. I'll do a special stream, and I'll gather it together just to show you and some other people that are supporting us, because the first 2 nights were unbelievable. It was surreal. I've lived my whole life. I've seen some astronomical wonders. Like I've seen like eclipses, guys, you know, and stuff like that, and different moons, you know, blue moons, yada yada, harvest moons. I've seen some wild shit. But the first 2 nights here, the moon, the first night it came up and it looked like I don't know, like like a white dwarf star. I mean, I just don't know how to explain it. And it was literally so bright that it lit everything up like daylight. And I got pictures, I got video and pictures and stuff, and it was insane. I've never seen anything like this. And people that see the pictures, they're like, that's the sun. And I'm like, no, that's not the sun, dude. I swear to you, God, that's not the sun. And then the next night when the moon came up, it literally looked like the sun. I had to put captions in the picture when I published it. I was like, really, I swear to God, it's not a sunrise or a sunset. Well, it would be a sunrise because it would be coming up. It's coming in the same direction, right? But it's like not a sunrise, and it looked like the sun rising. And again, the second night, so bright, all night long, so bright, the moon. And that was literally our first 2 nights. And because we didn't have any of this stuff built yet, we just had a big pile of stuff. I mean, we had a gigantic, all of this stuff that we got, the shelters and everything, were in a kit. Like, it was all kitted up, and we had piled it out of the trailer, piled it under a tree, and just went to sleep on a mattress. And that was for the first couple of nights. Well, we just kind of had to check out the property, right? We bought this place sight unseen, and we didn't know where even we wanted to put stuff, right? So we had to take some time to do that. And let me throw some more wood on there so we don't lose what we got going. Looks like we got us a campfire, folks. Well, now that's gonna work out. Get kind of creative. I'm risking everything here, folks, for your entertainment. Please donate. Kindly donate. Let's put a donation link in the thing to the Dharma Wheel Hermitage for risking it all, guys, to bring you that kind entertainment on a Saturday night, right? I know it's kind of choppy, but I'm gonna work on that part. It's not the computer's fault, it's the programmer's fault. I'm kind of pretty sure I know what I did wrong, so what I gotta fix. What do you think of my fire, Shelly? I didn't light me or the dogs on fire. That's always a really good sign. Off to a roaring start, you know what I mean? Don't tell me you left when I started the fire. You can leave after I start the fire. Everybody's got permission now to go. But I'm gonna do streaming later on tonight though, guys. So look for me, like and subscribe. If you're watching this on the replay, also like and subscribe, leave a comment. I will fix the issues with the stream quality. Where else are you going to get content like this, though? I mean, once I get it working, right? Where else are you going to see, like... Who else is streaming a campfire on a mountain right now? I literally got to be the only one. It's such unique content, right? I should have 10,000 followers. So... But I don't. Not yet. I didn't wait. I'm going to fix it. I know what I got to do. This is easy because this is a real powerful computer, so it's really literally just a matter of flipping a couple of switches and getting it tuned. It's like a fine instrument, you know, especially the streaming panel, the actual panel where you do all this and produce it all on. There's a lot of little things, little knobs that need to be turned. But I'll get it. I'm gonna, like I said, the game stream's a perfect time to practice and get it right because it really doesn't matter near as much as this show does. This show, guys, is live from the Hermitage for those either working or tuning in on the replay or whatever. And it airs every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time until I, don't feel like doing it anymore. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Possible calamity! Uh-oh! My sister's rule of firedom #1: always have a good poker ready. Right. Fire! Thanks for sticking with it, Donnie boy. I will fix this stream. Keep tuning in. I just gotta fine tune my OBS. Right? I wish I had some. Golly. I wish I had some of those right now. Right? That'd be kind. And then the whole thing, right? You get the graham crackers and the Hershey bars. Although I like the semi sweet, so I get the Hershey dark. But I'm kind of a dark chocolate fan. But s'mores with dark chocolate. Oh yeah, man. Oh, that's heaven. That's as heavenly as it gets up here on the mountain, man. Pull a big old. They got some more kits, man. So they got like this little some more cooker, so you don't burn your hands and you don't drop it in the fire. Like they got little, you know what I mean? They got kits. They got some more kits. I'll have to buy one. Yeah, I'm sure they must sell them down in town because this is camping area. There's lots of people into camping, so. Yeah, wouldn't that be incredible? I would love to have some marshmallows right now. That'd be so cool. But generally speaking, though, I know there's chop in the stream, but what do you guys think of the new setup? With the new computer and the new little, like, thing here, that's going to be kind of a regular thing, I think. Alright, I'm trying to get fancy with it. I mean, I'm not Dr. Rob. I can't do all that fancy stuff, but look, I got a little something going on here for you guys to look at, so you're not just staring at my, like, back of my computer screen, my stickers. S'mores are American, but still, you've got to say that it's a really good innovation there, Shelley. Don't you think? Have you ever had a s'more? I mean, if you haven't had one, when you come here, I'll make you your first s'more. I'll get the s'mores kit just for you. I'm serious. There'll be no going back, Aussie or otherwise. There'll be no going back. It's worth the extra. You still cook the marshmallow exactly the same because that's how they taste best. You cook them just like you like to eat them. No, she's like, are you saying no? You don't want some more? Right? Donnie's like amazed too. Donnie's like blown away. He's like he doesn't get it either. Right? Oh my God. I didn't actually eat beforehand, so I think before my game streaming, I'm going to do macaroni and cheese. Guys, that's how I live up here. So all the kind donations and all the people that have supported us all these years doing this project, I just want to say that, your money goes to a real tight budget, man. I mean, we get stuff that helps us persist on this land, and that's absolutely necessary to creating a space for the Sangha. So, well, maybe we'll start something. You see, Americans and Australians have a very close relationship. We're both English-speaking third world countries, part of the Five Eyes Alliance, right, of intelligence sharing. I mean, we're all good. We're friends. We're friendly nations. You can import s'mores. You just need to have one. You just need, especially if you like chocolate, you got to have one with the dark chocolate. You can try one with milk chocolate too, but You can always have 2 or more s'mores. I mean, s'mores are kind of like dinner once you get going. I mean, oh, well, that's cool to be fasting, but when you're done fasting, I don't want to talk about s'mores anymore then, because I don't want to torture you. But when you're done fasting, come to America, visit the Dharma Bum Hermitage. We'll do it live on the stream. We'll have you eat your very first s'more right here around the campfire. It'll be wonderful. Something to look forward to. I'll cook them, guys. I'll get a kit or something sometime this summer. It's going to be a long summer, guys. Summer's just getting started. So, you know, this is just my first stream back of the new sort of setup. And, yeah, 7 days, right? That's tough. That's hard. That's hard. But I mean, I would love to fast occasionally, but I just work so physically so dang hard. I mean, every day starts with, you know, this place is a bit to upkeep. I mean, believe it or not, it may seem like a simple place, and I guess in a lot of ways it is, but there's a fair amount of physical labor just to get through the day, take care of the dogs, take care of the stuff, generate electricity. I'm gonna throw a few more sticks on, guys. I like the fire, it's going good. And so just so you know, guys, a disclaimer if you're new to the whole live from the Hermitage shows, no living trees were harmed in the creation of this content. This is all deadwood, but it's all uniwood, it's all junipers up here. Everything you see behind me, every tree growing is a juniper tree, period, for miles. That's it, it's all that grows up here, wild. So yeah, and in this area, this particular area. So it's very much in a way like the steppes of Tibet, because very rocky. It's very rocky ground, and then it's junipers, as far as the eye can see. So it has a great smell to it. I mean, it's just incredible wood to be around, and it's actually for soft wood, for an evergreen. It's very hard. It's very resiny. And packs a lot of energy. I mean, it's not like pine or anything like that. It actually packs about as much energy as a hardwood, and burns even hotter than some of the hardwoods I know, like oak and stuff like that. So, yeah, maybe you should not do the hard labor until after the fast is over. When are you guys going to quit this anyway? What's the deal? What's the plan, Shelly? I mean, it's open public content, so do share. What's the plan? When are you guys going to end it? When are you guys going to end the fast, Shelly? Is there a plan, or are you just gonna? I mean, the whole breatharian thing. Please don't like. Yeah, it's all juniper. You know that Garshen Rinpoche, who anybody who knows me personally knows that I'm very, very into Garshen Rinpoche, and I talk about him every chance I get, right? But he is actually selling in their store. They're selling juniper powder. And my sister looked up how to make it, and we can do it. We can do it. We can buy like some really, really cheap equipment for like less than $100. We can grind juniper and make juniper powder. You make it not just out of berries and some of the leaves and the bark, everything, and the resin, right? A lot of the resin, and it oozes the resin. Like during the spring, it oozes these balls of resin, like just pop right out. Pure crystalline resin comes right out of the junipers. And so, and he's blessing it, right? Well, I can do that. I'm a minister. You see the Reverend in front of my name, right? You know, I mean, Dr. Rob has a doctor. I got a Reverend, right? And so, I mean, I can bless stuff. And so, like, I mean, he's selling tins, little tins, like this big around, like little tins. of blessed juniper powder. When I saw that in the store, I immediately looked outside the tent and I'm like, look all around it. I'm living in a forest of juniper trees. I'm like, oh my goodness. Are you guys gonna buy some blessed juniper powder when I formulate my formula? And I don't know, I guess I gotta get little tins and stickers, and I don't know, I gotta brand it up, right? Do it up right. But I mean, would you guys buy some ground juniper powder from the Dharma Wheel Hermitage? You use it as incense, I guess. It's blessed, and then you use it as incense. Like you put it in, like you got the little discs, you know, the carbon discs that incense burners you use in incense burners. I'm having smoothies in the morning. I'm fine. Okay, all right, I'm good. Hey, look, I'm Shelly. I'm never gonna worry about you. Now, Rob, that's another story. But I mean, I can't help but worry about him. He's a risk taker. But we'll see. I got my eye on him. I got my eyeball on him. I'm watching him on the YouTube. I got plenty of internet now. Maybe streaming for crap, but I got plenty of internet. For anybody watching on the replay or who's working, I am sorry about the chop of the stream. It's a brand new computer, a brand new instance of OBS, my studio software, and I didn't have it quite fine-tuned right, and I would have had to stop the stream in order to fine-tune it, but I'm going to do a gaming stream later on tonight and fix the problem, and also have some fun, hopefully. So, love you all for tuning in. I'm glad we got the fire off, even though it's still like, I don't know, it's got to be like a half an hour until sunset, it seems like. I have to say, guys, it is warming me up, though. It's working on that. It is a good hot fire. This stuff burns hot, man. How about them apples? I love you, Donnie boy, for hanging out with us, man. Thanks for hanging out. I will fix everything. I'm gonna be streaming non-stop now all summer long, guys. Look for me a lot. If I don't have any other show going, like I got a lot of scheduled shows, but you can check them out on my channel under my podcast tab. But I'm gonna just do game streaming in between, like all summer long. So just look for me online, guys. I'm gonna be on constant. I'm gonna be working with Dr. Rob to do some content with him and for him. So. It's going to be a great summer. It's going to be very exciting. Hey, Bone in the house. Woo! Your uncle's here. Hey, your uncle's here. Xavier says hi. Xander says hi. Where are you, Xander? Your uncle's here. Your uncle's in the chat. Bone in the house. Hey, Bone, the stream is choppy and sucks, but it's not the computer's fault. I didn't set my OBS up right, but I'm going to fix it. I'm going to do streaming later tonight too. I'm going to do some game streaming. But it's dropping a lot of frames right now. But it's because I didn't set the thing up right. It's my first stream with the new computer. But it's like an instrument, especially OBS. If anybody knows live streaming, the OBS, that is your musical instrument. You have to like fine tune it. They love you. Your uncle says he loves you guys. He'll see you. He'll see you soon. Yeah, they're being good boys. The wind, though, it's very windy, but I risked it anyway. I did the fire. I'm freezing. It got cold quick up here. But I decided to risk it. At least the wind isn't blowing at me. Oh, the computer's fantastic. It's just a matter of fine-tuning the deck, the stream deck. You know what I mean? That's all. I didn't. It's very easy to fix. I kind of already know. It's really nagging at me because it would take 2 clicks, but I'd have to drop the stream in order to make it right. and I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna try to push through the stream instead. But I'm gonna game stream later on tonight. Yeah, Shelly's here, Bone, Donnie Boy. They've been kind of just the only two that have been talking, but we've had a lot of viewers in and out watching. But again, there's all the chop for the, it's bound to happen. Your first stream, you got to fine tune it. Every computer's different, so. I mean, it's a easily fixed thing. But the computer itself works flawless. It's absolutely amazing. Lots and lots of CPU power, great GPU. It'll do everything it needs to do and then some. Have plenty of room to spare. I've invited Bone. Bone hasn't been on the stream since the funeral, man. I've invited him to come up and hang out with me. You should poke him, Shelly, while you got a chance, while you're all in there in the chat together. He needs to be poked to come up here, man. He can have a seat right there. We'll put his chair right there next to me. Get some coffees. You see, you always have your Yeti mug filled with good Colombian coffee. And we'll cook some s'mores and we'll show you what they look like. It's fun. It's fun stuff. We were talking about, before you got here, Bone, we were trying to describe to Shelly, who's never, apparently they don't do s'mores in Australia. And I was like, oh man. And we'll get the top shelf grams. When she comes to visit, Bone, we're going to get the top shelf grams. We'll get some really expensive chocolate, right? Real marshmallows. Yeah, you want to come up next weekend? Go ahead. Come on up for the show. The stream will be working good then, so you won't be embarrassed, right? I'm kind of embarrassed tonight. A wee bit embarrassed as a streamer. But I'm so determined and I got plenty of power, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna stay up all night and fix it. I'm gonna game stream and make it go away. You've heard of it. Oh my God, you say it like it's just this thing that, like, you don't understand that these are tiny little pieces of the Pure Land. Okay, think of it like that. Okay, these are tiny little pieces of Buddhist heaven. I see, you're on as fast. You get me going, man. I'm telling you, we got to get you here. We just got to get you here and initiate you into the finer life of Wild West living. You need to drink pour over coffee. We don't do cowboy coffee up here, but we do pour over. That's close enough. It's cowboy coffee minus the grinds, right? Yeah, it's not an it. It's like kind of almost like some sort of Bacchanalian sacrament or something. I don't know. It's just I don't want to say it's sacred, but it's like really getting close. Like it's edging up there. It's definitely beautiful. A s'more is something that's just, especially if you cook it just right. You get the chocolate just so it's gelatinous. You get the marshmallow nice and black on the outside. Don't worry about that charcoal. It won't hurt you. It's going to taste good. And yeah, man. And then good grams. Don't waste money on cheap grams, man. Get some good. Get the graham cracker brand graham crackers or whatever, get the top shelf. Well, I love you guys for being here on this first stream back in the saddle. You can't burn a marshmallow. Yeah, they start on fire, right? You just blow them out and then they're good. That's how you know they're good, was when they actually catch fire. And that's when you know you got that good caramelization going on the outside, right? That's what it's all about. And I don't want to encourage people to eat meat, but weenies on the beef wieners, man. On the fire, oh my God, so delicious, so delicious. Hamburgers cooked on the fire. And the juniper, it makes tasty food. It's not a, you know what I mean? It leaves behind. It's almost like mesquite in that way. Mesquite, of course, is the best. I got really spoiled on that down in Mexico. The mesquite wood is the best stuff to cook on ever. as far as flavor goes. But the juniper isn't bad. There's nothing wrong with it. Aussies are, oh my God, she's gonna complain about. I'm in California in gold rush country. LOL. Aussies are rough as guts, as they say, and bears. I live in gold rush country. It doesn't get any rougher than us. Outback of Australia or not. I'm sorry, but I would dispute it because, man, the people who came out here to California, guys, originally were just like us. They came from the East Coast. They came in covered wagons, okay? And most of them stopped in Ohio because they were so scared, right? And just became farmers, right? I mean, they didn't even make it like halfway across, okay? The ones who were insane enough, mental enough, completely nuts enough to brave it all the way through, all the Indians, all the Native Americans, all the terrain, the Rocky Mountains, and make it here to California, they were absolutely batshit crazy. The ones who made it here. Batshit crazy. And this holds to this day. It really holds, and it holds true. And and that explains California culture 100%. It literally started off batshit crazy, and went downhill from there. Literally, right? You know what I mean? And so, I mean, you're talking this area right here. People used to be dragging around burlap sacks full of gold and shooting each other for them, like, because there was just gold all over on the ground, and there's still gold. I mean, I would estimate. I don't know, if I got a metal detector, I could probably find maybe almost as much as 10,000 at 1 foot depth of gold nuggets on this property right here. Yeah, so there's gold pretty much everywhere. It's in all the creeks. Yeah, and still to this day, it's just not, it's not as easy to find. I mean, back then it was literally just laying around on the ground. I mean, you know what I mean? It was just there because nobody had ever did. You know what I mean? After it ignites, it's no longer just a marshmallow. It's something else entirely. Exactly. It's almost something sacred, right, Donnie? Right? It's just like, it's an art. It really is. It's a thing. It's a thing, man. It's part of rustic backwoods American life, man. This cooking on an open fire. But yeah, I'm going for the mac and cheese after the show, though. Oh, sun is finally going down. Look at that. Hitting the horizon right about 8 o'clock at night here, anyway. So it's getting later and later because summer's right on us. Welcome to the summer, everybody. Look for lots of content, man. I'm going to be doing content like all summer long, guys. I'm going to pump the videos out. Now that I got the gear to do it, I'll be streaming again later tonight, actually. That's so just a different show. My Buddhist gamer show. You got to tune in and see me fly some internet spaceship. Actually, it's funny. I'm going to be picking up the crumbles of my empire because in EVE Online we have a saying. It's called winning EVE on. It's called winning EVE, and basically when you win EVE, it means you quit the game. It's that compulsive. It's really that. It's really it's a game that really sucks you in and takes over your life. Some people, right? And because it's it's an MMO. It's a simulation. It's an open sandbox, right? So it's pretty wild and Wild West, right? It's very Wild Westy and very fun, very intricate game. And so. Just a lot of fun to play, and I can play it for hours. So I'll be definitely doing a lot of game streaming. Gotta catch up with Shelly here. I'm doing the chat on my phone, guys. That's the easiest way to do it, actually. I don't know, other streamers, maybe they do it on their console, but I just find it easier to follow you guys on my phone. Well, I think make damper. It's an old style campfire bread in aluminum foil. Oh, I could try that. I've got baking powder. I've got the stuff I need for that. I can make biscuits too. I bet biscuit recipe would be the same. I think I can make biscuits, and I can definitely make pancakes, which is I make them flapjacks. I call them flapjacks, and they're really thick. You make the batter really, really thick, and I got just the perfect powder for that. They call it here baking powder. Just it makes everything. It makes everything from sugar cookies to biscuits to whatever. It's just a matter of different stuff you put in it on top of it, different recipes. That sounds so delicious. I would love to. If I wasn't so hungry, I guess I got to do the mac and cheese because I need a 7-minute meal. I'm really hungry. I'm like shaking like a leaf. I mean, I'm like literally sitting here like shaking like a leaf. Yeah. I worked hard to get this, like, my shitty little stream tonight together, man, so, actually. But I'm still glad we made the comeback. We're back in the saddle again. I mean, it's a 2-week hiatus of content. I was hoping Colm would come by, because he's been worried about me. Yeah. I'll show you guys. My kitchen's right here. I mean, it's not like I got to go far. I live here. It's called Baking Mix. Yeah, I'll put it up to the camera. So, and I'm going to buy more of this stuff. I got it at like the dollar store or something like that. But it's called Baking Mix. And then basically it's all just different kind of recipes. Like for pancakes, I just add, I don't even make a recipe. I just put a little bit of the powder here in a bowl. And then add a single egg and enough milk to make it a nice thick sort of, whatever, because I like flapjacks, so I like them really thick and big. Lots of butter on them, just kind of almost like that picture there. See the flapjack picture? There it is. Yeah. So and then you can make waffles, you can make biscuits, muffins, cookies, like everything, and it's all just a matter of different kind of stuff that you got to put in, different recipes. But it's the base powder for all of those different things. And I don't know, I didn't really, call me, I'm old, right? I'm 16, I'm just still learning stuff, right? As a bachelor, I didn't know this stuff existed, or I'd have been using it for years, but I just found it when I moved up here to the Hermitage. And it's great, a box lasts forever, you know what I mean? Yeah, so that's what I meant by baking powder, baking mix. And then like I said, I'll make pancakes probably tomorrow. I'm just for the heck of it, because I haven't had any in a while. But it's only a single egg, a bunch of this powder, and milk. And you can make them buttermilk pancakes where you make them really thin, right, and big. Or you can make, like I do, the flapjacks where it's really cakey, it's really thick, right? You almost burn them on the outside just to get them to cook. So, yeah. That's camp food, because it lasts forever, right? But eventually what I want to do as we progress, and I want to do an unboxing, I want to do an episode of the Chainsaw Hermit show that I do, where I do unboxing of the homesteading stuff. But I want to try the dehydrated foods. You can buy like a month worth in a 5-gallon bucket, and I actually really need a 5-gallon bucket too, so it's perfect, right? And it comes with a month's worth of different meals, different meal packets, and it's real food. It's just it's freeze dried, but it's real food, and it's really delicious. The ones that I've tried out of the camp store, just single packets of this stuff that I've bought just to try them, I was really impressed. Very, very tasty stuff. You got to make sure to cook it right. You got to follow the instructions and do it right to really get it to fluff up to actual rehydration state, right? Takes a little, back and forth of cook and stir, recook. It's got instructions, and you follow them, and then it comes out actually really, really good. I gotten kind of good at cooking them, so but I want to get a bunch of those, and because I think that's a real solution to getting food up here. One of the problems is I'm way off grid, right? So during the wintertime, we actually have to hike supplies in. I don't have a solution for that yet. We don't have I may have to do that again this year, but I imagine it's not much of a hike, but it's at least a 1-mile hike that it's going to take me to slog in and out, because the roads become impassable to all but really hardcore 4-wheel drive vehicles, which we don't actually have any of those. So I guess we got Bones' vehicle, so, but even that sometimes might be slogged down by the Shelly says, I've tried them. I add my own extra spices or whatever. I love stuff like that. I mean, some of my favorite recipes use mac and cheese as a base, right? But I mean, people don't understand that boxed mac and cheese, there's all kind of things you can do with that. You can add veggies, you can add fish, you can add chicken, you can add beef, pork, tofu. You can fry some tofu cubes up and put them in there. I mean, all kind of stuff you can do with mac and cheese to like make it into something. It's a real nice base food to play with, to experiment with. I love cooking like that, and just mixing and matching. Yeah, but I've tried the freeze-dried ones. I've tried them. I like them a lot, man. The spaghetti was delicious. The lasagna. I mean, they got just some wild recipes, right? And they got like breakfasts. You know what I mean? Like eggs and oatmeals and all kind of stuff like that. So I think I want to lean more heavy on that once I get going, because I think dehydrated food in general is a big solution. And then doing a little bit of baking. My goal is to have enough sort of solve the energy problems up here and have enough space where I can do more baking this winter, because it's a really great way to heat the house up, first of all, and then also make food at the same time, right? So it's a very convenient time to bake is when it's like freezing outdoors, right? And I love stuff. I gotta get my sister though to teach me the magic. She's not here tonight, our dear Zen, but I gotta get her to teach me the magic of how she makes those peanut butter cookies. But I know you must have seen some of my fans must have seen me eat the peanut butter cookies on stream, and they are just heaven. I don't know how she does it. It's like nothing I've ever eaten in a store or anybody else that's made peanut butter. I've never seen a peanut butter cookies like these. I mean, they're really something special. Yeah, the dehydrated ones forever, right? For years and years, if you keep them cool and dry, right? But I'll probably eat them before then. But yeah, it would allow me to stash for retreats. But you see, eventually, guys, this place is not just about you guys coming here to retreat. I want to do retreats up here too. I want to become a monk, and I want, I want to at least do a 1-year treat in and around the time when I'm ordained. And so that means closing this place down, no visitors, no nothing, and no internet. I mean, closing it all up and just, that's it, practice for a year. And so, that would be a great solution, right? Because then, I mean, obviously my sister and Bone will be bringing my supplies, but they'll be dropping them down at the road, right? I'll send the dogs down to visit with them, but then when they leave, I'll go down and get the stuff, right? To keep my enclosure within the retreat. But if I could minimize them having to come up, I mean, if all they had to do was bring me water once in a while, that would be, it really eliminates a lot of running back and forth. Fresh groceries are, expensive, and also it's a lot of work to bring them in. So anything I can do to sort of, make it easier to bring stuff up. And I don't know, dehydrated food seems to work for me. It's awfully light to carry around anyway. Well, what do we got going? 2 hours and 12 minutes, guys. I think we'll go for maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna end the stream only because I want to fix my crap. And I really do apologize for everybody who's been so kind to stick through the choppiness of the lost frames, but I can see that it's not good. I know it's not good. I have numbers in front of me that tell me it's not good, but I know how to fix those numbers. I've been doing this, believe it or not, guys, I've been live streaming since 1999, and that's no joke. I can prove it. It's in the Wayback Engine. But it was, back then, live streaming was an industry that originally became known sort of colloquially as internet radio. And this is pre-broadband days, so it was all you could do, but you could stream audio. And you did radio, and you could play music because there were no laws. There was no DMCA back then. There was no nothing. It was like Wild West, right? So you could stream music, you could do contests, all of it, and you could have people in a chat room. And we even had, near the end, we had webcams in the studio, but it was still pictures like every 5 seconds, right? There's like one still shot every 5 seconds from within the studio. That's how low bandwidth everything was back then. But I was live streaming during the very dawn of that what hobby, what it started as a hobby, I think, initially, and then became an industry really near the end. And YouTube was always sort of there, like after 2000 or so, but you couldn't really make it work without broadband. And so it took the rollout of broadband to not only bring YouTube to the fore, like, video streaming to the fore, but to make the internet radio disappear. I mean, nobody would listen to probably just an audio only show. I doubt very few people would nowadays. But I started live streaming, making content for the internet, and specifically in the live streaming area in 1999. So that's how long I've been doing this business, guys. So I know, like, I need more subscribers. Like, what's his name, Shiva, was saying the other day, he's gonna help me get some subscribers. I was like, yeah, kid. I'm not worried about subscribers. I'm worried about good karma. So, but trust me, I know how to get subscribers. I know how to market. I know how to do the streams. I know how to produce them. I know how to work with video in general, content. So, and I know how to talk. Most of all, I know how to talk. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Radio, this is not a lot different than radio in the sense that I'm the entertainer, right? And like, my throat will literally, by the end of the Saturday shows and the morning shows, my throat is like sore. Especially the morning shows, because I talk even more than I do on this show. I talk on the morning shows. Check out the morning show, guys. It'll be Monday through Thursday again. It's called Coffee with the Dharma Bum. You can already see some of the shows on the YouTube channel page are up. We had our first week's run before I had to shut down for a minute. And then we're going to go back to that show. So Monday through Thursday, it starts at, I think, 8 a.m. Yes, 8 a.m. Pacific time for Coffee with the Dharma Bum. And it's just a morning talk show. It's probably a lot more looser than this even. So, I mean, you never know what I'm going to say in the morning. I've been known to say some pretty crazy stuff before that second cup of coffee goes down. So, Shiva's great. I mean, I'm fine with Shiva. Me and him got no issues. He's a young kid. He's learning. He's growing. He's got a lot to learn. He's technically savvy, but not as technically savvy as he thinks. There's a lot of tricks even that I notice he's not doing that I know how to do. So, he's all that, but not all that. You know what I mean? I mean, he's good. He'll get better. I doubt he'd take advice from an old man like me though on stuff like that. So I just do it on my own streams. But we'll grow the viewer content, guys. This is especially when I start doing the game streaming, because I'm going to start cross streaming over to Twitch as well, and that will start bringing viewers over here and vice versa. Twitch is really a platform designed for game streaming. I'll grow an audience there very, very fast to equal and rival my YouTube channel, and then they sort of feed on each other. It's like a feedback loop, right? Multi-streaming is really where it's at. But Twitch is a platform I'm super, super familiar with. I've game streamed for thousands upon thousands upon thousands of hours of game streaming experience on Twitch. So yeah, it's kind of it's the platform for game streamers. It really is. He'll learn. He's gonna get. They got it. They're on the right track. They don't need any advice from me. I'm just saying. It's just funny that he was saying he was gonna get me subscribers. I was like, don't trouble yourself, kid. I got this. I know what I'm doing. You just keep plugging along and you keep doing it. And the more content you put out, and the better content you put out, you fix the problems, and each show gets better and better. That's just the way it is. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. I got, according to the thing, 6 viewers. I'm sorry that the stream is a little choppy. It's a new computer. I'm just setting it up. I'm going to stream later tonight, so give the channel a subscribe. I'm going to do some game streaming later, but I'll work out the bandwidth little problem that I've got, the little throttle problem I've got on this console. But it's a brand new laptop, guys. We're just breaking it in tonight, and it's a light gamer, and it works really, really well. So it's not my baby's fault. It's Papa didn't set him up right, and I'll take care of that. So stick with me. Give a like to this video anyway. What the heck? I gave it a great shot. I spent all day preparing for this, and I got to cut all this wood every week too, guys. Just for, I only burn when I do shows. This wood is all for you guys. Oh, bye, Shelly. You go work and do. Thank you, Shelly. Or maybe Rob's on. I'll probably check Rob for a minute if he's on before I start game streaming. I want to get Shiva into EVE Online. That's what I want to do. I want to get. My goal is to convince Shiva to fly internet spaceships with me. It's a free-to-play game, so he doesn't have to pay money. I want to take him out, have some fun. It'll be a blast. But so anyway, take it easy, Shelly. We're gonna be closing it up shop real soon here, guys. We're gonna do the closing song, and like I said, I'm gonna retool and do some late night game streaming on Saturday night. So look for that on the channel page. I'll be launching that in maybe a couple hours. I'm gonna get some food in me. Shelly's researching s'mores. Shelly, we love you. We're not picking on you, and I'm sorry we brought up all that food talk while you're fasting. Good luck with the fast. Be safe though with it. We love you very, very much. Always, you know, we're always thinking about you constantly. And hey, Shelly, if you are still listening, if you can still hear the sound of my voice, give me 5 more seconds. I just want to tell you, if you're still listening, you won a set of prayer flags. Like when you first started watching my stream, and we still have them here, and we don't have to necessarily send them to you, although I'd love to see you bring them to Vietnam with you. We'll mail them to you, or we can also, if you're not up for that, we can hang them here for you at the Hermitage, and we will we'll pray together over them. We'll do a Zoom call and pray on them, and then hang them for you here. So it's up to you. We can mail them to you. You can take them to Vietnam and hang them at the new place at the meditation center there, or we can keep them here and we'll do a little call where you can pray, put your intentions on them, and we'll put them up here. They're just a tiny set, but we've got them all over, hanging in the trees and stuff. So we'll find a nice, cool spot to hang them, and we'll take pictures and show you. So we can work whatever way out. But I never forget a prize winner, and we still got it literally with your name, you know, what do you call sticky noted on the little prayer flags. You may not remember, but you won one of our raffles, and we never end up getting like an address or anything like that from you, but do that privately. Don't drop any personal info here in the chat. You know how to talk to me. But if you want them, they're yours. We're 110% ready to send them to you, or if you're for some reason not up for it, we were going to offer to hang them here as well. Either way, and totally happy to do that. Love you, Shell. All right, guys, we're going to do in maybe like 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to close down. Please check out the donation links in the description of this video. Even though we've had a great miracle and it looks like we're going to get through the summer in a very positive and productive way, we still constantly need donations, guys, to make this place better and better all the time. The Bruno Memorial Fund, if you donate to that, your name will go in the time capsule that goes in his stupa, so that's a benefit. Also, a whole bunch of merit will go along with that donation in particular. And we're going to use the money to buy concrete so that we can cap his stone cairn. Right now his grave is a very large stone cairn, pile of stones. As you can see, we've got lots of stones up here to work with. They're endless. And what we want to do this summer is cap that, begin the foundation of his stupa by capping that with concrete. So that's what we'll use the donations for, as far as the Bruno Memorial Fund. So give to that, guys. Oh, good night, Bone. Yeah, I'm going to play the closing song in just a minute. I am. So, tune back in later on tonight, guys. Anybody who's working out there or watching on the replay, tune back in. I'm going to do some game streaming that'll come out a lot better than this stream did. I appreciate all the patience of all the people, especially the regulars who stuck with it. Like I said, brand new computer, just needs a little bit of fine tuning on the OBS, and I'll be right as rain, but I predict by the very next stream. So appreciate you all. Love you so much. And yeah, it's gonna be a great summer, guys. So look for lots and lots of content. I'm just gonna try to keep pumping out as much content as I can now that I have the ability to do it. And that's kind of what I focused on with this first sort of installment of our miracle, our grant. That first installment, I wanted to focus on being able to connect with you guys and being able to do the content that I know will eventually support this place. So love ya so much. Love you, Bone. And we might see Bone next weekend. So guys, let's put in a prayer for that. And here's the closing song. Again, it's from Youngshin Lamo, and her link should be in the description. I hope it is. It might be, but look her up on YouTube. Either way, the most incredible Tibetan folk musician I've ever heard. My favorite. She's got many albums out. So this one is called Tibet, the album. I don't know what the song is called. Lama Dorje, I think, is the name of the song. So enjoy, guys, and I'll see you for this show next week, next Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, live from the Hermitage. That'll be the next edition of this show. So see you next Saturday, but I'll see you later on tonight. I'm just up for some streaming, guys. So stick around. It'll only get better.
Huh?